His love life is talked about all over the internet. He was on Dancing with the Stars, despite not being able to dance. He once wrangled a kangaroo with his bare hands.
I did what?
He's your favorite reality TV fuckboy reformed. He can make a woman fall in love at first sight. He is Harry Jowsey, boyfriend material.
What is going on, you little pelicans? Welcome back to another episode of Boyfriend Material. You're loving it, and I'm loving you. What? Anyway, look, you know, we're past all the perfect match drama. We're past all the silliness of life. And now we want to get into maybe some subjects of substance, which is probably hard to come from me because I am a big old goose. But I want to talk a little bit about, a little bit about wellness, which is surprising. But I recently bought this big red light therapy machine because, going to a therapist wasn't enough. No. But okay, I'm gonna get into it. I spent $7,000 on this machine. It's ridiculous. It was too much money. And then I also bought this PEMF mat. Again, did I do any research on this stuff? No, I did not. It was I think it was $6.5K for the red lights. And then it was $1.5K for this mat because I was like, on my birthday, I'm going to treat myself. This year is all about wellness. I've used the fucking machines 4 times. It's silly. It's also like I'm in an apartment. There's no space for it. It's just, there's shit just getting cluttered up everywhere. So if we get more sponsors, I can buy a house and then I can put all my stuff everywhere that I need to do. But I want to talk a little bit about the red light therapy machine. Why the fuck did I buy it? And here's why. I saw this influencer doing an apology video. This is really sad. But in the apology video, it was very emotional and it was a great apology video. But in the background, there was this brand for this platinum LED light. I'm like, whoa, they've got great skin. I want to have great skin. What are they doing that I'm not doing? They've got this, it was like hunkered up against the door. It kind of looked like a ladder. So then I just started doing some research and a little bit of Googling. And then I realized it's like this very expensive red light therapy machine. Because apparently the little ones that you put on your face don't do shit. Like they literally don't do anything. But this one is fucking pretty serious. Like I'm underneath it and I'm sweating. It's probably because it's too close to my skin. For the people that are a little bit unaware of what this thing would look like, it is like 4 LED panels on like a crane. Pretty much, that you can like shoot up and down wherever you need it. And then I've got a massage table underneath it. My goal was to have it sitting over my bed. So I wake up in the morning, I just whack it on. I feel brand new and amazing. But my bed is like a low bed on the ground. So, and also it's an apartment. There's just trees everywhere. Well, I put plants everywhere. So there's just no room for it. So now it's in my living room over a massage bed with this blanket. Now the blanket or the mat, it's probably a scam, but it's meant to like put magnetic field through your body and like help your muscles and everything like that. I just know my face gets a little bit red and my eyes go bright red when I do it on the highest level. So I probably should take it down a little bit. But apparently if like there's different settings, which I haven't figured out. There's like energized setting, there's sleep setting, and it's got like an infrared sauna thing inside it as well. So I'm just like, I'm sweating the whole time. But apparently it's meant to make me younger. But I'm aging like a bag of milk. So it's definitely not working. So obviously this year we're prioritizing wellness and feeling good and feeling sexy because boyfriend material, we're trying to carve out the perfect boyfriend. And I'm trying everything for you. I'm a little guinea pig where we're going to do a bunch of naughty things and see what works. Obviously I need to do a little bit more work on the red light therapy machine because I've got a lot of problems in my brain. I feel like it's meant to be for your skin. But, when I hear therapy, I'm like, let's try and fix all my childhood trauma. It's not doing that. But anyway, in these wellness trends and all these crazy things that are going on, I want to talk about Ozempic because your boys tried it. Please don't cancel me. I'm being honest and open on here. I did it, I think, a couple years ago before it was a trend, before everyone was jumping on it. Because in this scene, a lot of these influencers want to box each other. And I realized that I'm way too heavy to fight any influencers because they're all 5 foot, like they're all little humans, and I'm 6'5", and I'm like, no one's gonna want to fight me at this weight class at like 230. So what if I got down to like 200 or like 190? And that was extremely unhealthy. I remember going to boxing and I'd throw one punch and just be exhausted. I did get down to 200, but I looked like I was smoking crack. Like I legitimately was always so tired. And for people who've never tried Ozempic, probably don't try it unless you really need it. Once you have it, like you'll have a meal and you would just eat half the meal and just feel so full. Like there was days where I fully forgot if I'd eaten or not. So I just made sure that I kept having like trying to have protein shakes or like meal replacement shakes because I would have no idea and I would just be so full all the time and so tired. Now the worst thing about it was whenever I would have a drink, the next day I would be violently hungover. Like it would be like the world was ending. It did not mix well. So I actually didn't do the Ozempic one itself. I did semaglutide, which is a little bit different, which apparently is better for you. I think it's all horseshit. I don't think do it. Like I think the biggest thing for your wellness and also setting up those healthy habits is going to the gym, eating right, and like getting those habits sorted. Because once I realized, once I came off Ozempic and whatever else, all I was doing was just eating like a fucking horse again. And the weight just came straight back on. And I realized, I'm just so much happier being a little fatter, like a fat little pig. So I don't recommend it whatsoever. The weight pretty much just like fell off. Would never try Ozempic again. I don't recommend it unless you clinically need it. Is that the right word? I don't know. Go to a doctor and figure it out. But I feel like just don't do it for the sake of doing it. I was just trying to get skinny to see if I could fight guys in the 200-pound range, and I can't fight anyone. So, while we're talking about wellness, I did ayahuasca. I always say it wrong. Ayahuasca, whatever. I did an ayahuasca retreat a couple years ago, but I went into great detail on a fair few podcasts before this, but this is the one that matters, so only listen to this one. But I went and did this retreat. It was like a 10-day retreat. You have to apply with this company and go through like a crazy application process because they want to curate the right group of people. And it's like 50 strangers. Some people have, this one guy was worth $3 billion. Another guy owned an airport. Another lady had beat cancer twice. Like it was a really incredible mix of people. But the year prior to that, I was going through a real tough time. I'd lost a fair few people to mental health. I was really struggling and I didn't know how to get back on my path. And I feel like, as crazy as it sounds, it called me and it all just like flowed into place and I was meant to be there at that time. Now, over this retreat, we're doing so many different character building exercises every single day, and we did the ayahuasca 3 times. So the first night we did it was on New Year's, and that was fucking interesting because there's fireworks and stuff going on, and I'm like, is this in my head or is this real life? Is it actually New Year's? Or am I on Mars and there's like an intergalactic space war going on over here? But I think the biggest thing with ayahuasca is it's called medicine. So it kind of shows you what you need to see in those situations. So the first night, I didn't really have a great relationship with my brother and my dad. And it was one of those things that was like suppressing in the back of my brain. And the first night when I took it, it just brought all these old memories of me as a kid with my brother and my dad, like growing up. Like my dad teaching me how to chop a tree down, beekeeping, and then it would snap, and we're in the garden, we're pulling out potatoes and feeding my brother a radish, and my brother's like crying because it was horrible. And then with my brother, like jumping on the trampoline into a tree, like there was so many beautiful memories, and I just cried for like 5 hours. Now, mind you, I'm in a ball crying, having this beautiful feeling of like love and like, oh, these are 2 men that made me. Like people are screaming and shitting themselves and like vomiting and going crazy. So it was a weird experience. It was a lot that was going on in those moments. Now, I never vomited from the ayahuasca itself. I never shit myself from the ayahuasca itself. But I did vomit when they do this thing called hape, or I don't know, I'm probably saying it wrong. But they have this hollow stick and they put tobacco in it and they just blast it up your nose. And that was the weirdest thing for me because in this retreat, it's dead silent. Like no one's talking. Like they're playing music and they're banging their drums and having fun. I thought everyone was going up to get another cup. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go get another cup. No one told me that they're fucking nose blasting this cosmic disco dust up your schnoz. So I walk up, I sit down. This guy just like loads it up and I'm sitting there having the best time. Like so happy, like looking at him, ready to rock. And then I just feel this pipe got my nose and I'm like, oh, this is different. And then he just looks at me and goes, blows it right in my brain. And I've never been so confused in my life. I forgot how to breathe. I'm sitting there just like trying to hold on to someone. And I forgot I'm like, you're not allowed to talk, so I'm not going to tell anyone. I also can't talk because I can't fucking breathe. So I'm sitting there just like, what the fuck is going on? The guy grabbed me. He goes, just breathe. And I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. Thank you so much. Fully like helped me in that situation. And the reason why they do that, because with the ayahuasca, you're thinking so much about the past and the future and whatever else. And apparently that is meant to make you think about the present. And that was all I could think about. I'm like, what the fuck? I got to breathe. Oh my God, am I human? I'm alive. How many siblings have I got? What time of the day is it? Are we on like Mars? Are we in Costa Rica? Where the fuck are we? What is actually going on? And it made me come straight back into the present. Now I'll summarize the whole trip up. On the second time, I did 4 times the amount of ayahuasca I did the first night. So they didn't tell me to do that. They didn't say, hey Harry, you weren't blasted enough last night. Double down. One of the guys that I met there, he'd done it 40 times. He'd been on 40 retreats, and he said, my rule of thumb is you just keep going until they stop giving it to you. And I'm like, okay, sweet, I'll just do that. And so I kept lining up, and like all the times I'm like dancing and like having fun like there, I'm like, wow, this is really good. Like I probably had rhythm at that time. I was like barefoot, like in an all white outfit, like in the jungle, like having the best time of my life. And I just kept going up, and then they gave me a little bit of mango because apparently that's meant to make it hit harder, and it sure fucking did. It was really special, and I came out of that with a newfound love. And actually, after that point, it was pretty much when the first time I went sober for a very long time, because I saw who I wanted to become, who I was in my past lives. And for some reason, I saw myself in the movie Troy. Just me and Brad Pitt, just stabbing people and just killing people. But I was really happy about it, which is really weird, which is really bizarre. So I saw like 7 past lives, and I was a lot of things in these past lives. Like one of them was a prince, another one was a warrior, another one was like servant, and then there was a lot of crazy shit that was like going on. And then I also saw myself as a spirit animal. I was a buffalo, but I saw a lot of things that was very like interesting. But I also saw a lot of my friends that I had lost, and that was really special. Like, just seeing your friends that have passed, and being able to stand with them, watching your past memories together, and like holding each other and like giggling and laughing, and it was really special. Now with ayahuasca, if you open your eyes and like whatever else, like you can still like communicate, everything's kind of normal, but it's kind of, as soon as you go into a meditative state is when it really comes on, and things kind of get really wild in your eyes. Now I would also ask myself, because I've never done this before. I've done mushrooms and things in the past, but I've never done anything this serious. So I remember I keep asking myself, like, is this ayahuasca or am I imagining things? And I realized when the ayahuasca would come on, because all these crazy patterns and all these crazy things would happen when I'd close my eyes. And I'm like, I've never thought of this before. I'm not even an artist. I don't know how I could think of these colors and then make sure that they look together, and it's like a kaleidoscope. And then obviously all the memories come in. And it was really incredible being in that experience, because you got to see so many people that have dealt with their real life trauma and relived it, and then they can move past it. Like a lot of the people's relationships with family members, or maybe if they've been assaulted in the past, to see them like overcome those fears and those demons and come out like a happier, healthier, freer human was really special. Now on the 3rd day, it was really different than the first 2. The first 2 were very spiritual and amazing, and I got to see everything I needed to see. The 3rd day, I kind of just didn't want to do it. I'm like, I'm good. I've seen it all. I don't want to do this for a very long time. We did it in the daytime, and I thought I was a chicken. I went outside. So there's this hut in the middle of the jungle. I went outside and I laid in the grass, face down, nose pressed against the ground. It would have looked insane. It would have looked crazy. But I remember looking at all the blades of grass and just staring at them. Like I could eat you right now. And then I remember seeing ants walk around, and I thought my hands were chicken feet. And I'm like looking at these ants, and I'd pick one up, and I'd be like, look, little ant, I could ruin your life. I could kill you right now, but I won't, because I'm choosing peace and love. And then I put it back down. It was really bizarre. And I wasn't like clucking like a chicken, but I was in my brain. I'm like, this is what it feels like to be a chicken, like face fully in the grass and like moving around. And I'm like, this is cool. Chickens have a good life. It's really interesting. I guess because I grew up with so many chickens in Australia, that maybe I thought I was Margaret, our home chicken, and just like, what is it like, walk a mile in her shoes? What does she go through every day? What is it like to be a chicken? And it was honestly nice. If you could role play and try and be a chicken one day, I recommend it. It was very therapeutic. Just walking around on the grass, looking at the little ants, maybe having a little nibble, and just like looking up at the sky. Like, it was good. Life was so much easier when I was a chicken. Maybe that's what I'm going to be in the next life. Maybe I'm going to be a little chicken. All in all, the trip was incredible. I got everything I needed to see out of it. All the character building exercises and everything that we did in between was awesome. And I got to connect with some really incredible people, some really inspiring women and men. And just also all the things that we did, I learned so much about myself. And, it was a few years ago. Would I do it again? Probably not. I feel like maybe I probably should, actually. I don't know. I was thinking like I should. When I was there, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to do this for a while. Like, some of the people, there's one guy there had done it like 150 times. And I said, brother, at what point do you realize you probably got an addiction problem? And like, at what point do you go back to work? Like, where, like, are you just constantly in this state? And I was always afraid that maybe I would do a little bit too much and then always just be a chicken forever. And then, then never do all these crazy things that I get to do and live my life. But I think one day I will. I think I will go back when I find my person, when we're in love. Maybe we want to connect deeper on a spiritual level. I think it would be really special to do something like that. I definitely don't recommend it. I feel like when it called me and it was there for me, it was the right timing. And I did see some people that were couples and married and working through their stuff, and they're doing it together, and just how much love that they had for each other after it. And I could see that because I felt so connected to everyone there. And I was like, if I was with someone I loved and cared about, and I wanted to marry that person, I feel like I would be just, right there, and our souls would be intertwined. Because I did feel that with some people, like in my past. I'm like, damn, I feel like I've crossed paths with this person in a previous life. But I also sound like I'm just high right now. Anyway, but would I do it again? I don't know. Maybe. If you guys want me to do it, leave a comment down below and I'll do it on the podcast. No, I won't. I won't do that. Seeing as we're on the subject of health and wellness, brother, and spirituality, I don't know if you guys know anything about Orgonite pyramids at all, but Orgonite pyramids are these pyramids that are made out of like all these specific types of crystals. Now I got this shaman in Brazil to make me custom ones and put my hopes and dreams in each of these pyramids. This guy takes forever to make them, but they are so special. You can get some on Amazon, but I'm assuming they're probably just not what you need them to do. But apparently Orgonite pyramids, because a pyramid is like, the shape is the best energies. I'm going to butcher this. Let me Orgonite. Okay, so I found a definition of Orgonite pyramids because I don't want to butcher it. So the key components of Orgonite pyramids include metal shavings, crystals embedded in a resin matrix, which is big words. The metal elements with Orgonite pyramids attract and accumulate negative energy or low vibration energy, also known as stagnant or chaotic energy. Simultaneously, the crystals in the mix harness positive energy or high vibration energy and amplify it. The organic resin acts as a binding agent, continuously compressing the energetic charge. The dynamic combination facilitates a constant flow and balance of energy as negative energy is drawn in and transmuted into harmonious, life-affirming energy, which, to be honest, when I first got them, I don't know if it was like placebo, but I feel like life was so much better and life was great. And apparently it also helps with the radiation from your phone. It could also be a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but we know pyramids are a great energy source. And you can get, I don't know, look, here's the truth. Drake has them. If Drake's got some shit at his house, I'm fucking buying it, okay? I saw Drake post a shaman on a story. I bought fucking every pyramid that was there. It is what it is. If Drake's doing it, I'm doing it. Not lately. Drake, we love you. But like,
before all that happened.
This is before everything that kind of went down. But like, he's got massive ones at his house. And when I buy a home, I want to have a huge one in the backyard and just like have incense and like dance around it in the nighttime. I'm our guinea pig. So if you have any interesting wellness trends that you want me to try and recommend, let me know. Go on the Boyfriend Material Instagram and let us know, because I want to try all the things that make us feel good. I did buy like a mouth swab genetic test to see what supplements I should take. I think it was a scam because I just bought all of their supplements. I think it was just an upcharge thing. But I am constantly trying to be better. I know there was this guy, I was looking at his page this morning, and he's trying to live forever. I'll buy his stuff and we can talk about it. If you guys want me to do that, we can be a guinea pig and we can learn together. Just hopefully these guys start paying me as well So, no, I want to do it out of good reasons. But obviously, now we're done talking about wellness, and we're going to get into the meat and bones of the podcast, what you love to hear. And that's your naughty little problems, your naughty little situations. Where can we give advice? What can we not give advice on? And who better to do that than Dom, the rom-com big cock? No. No, who better to do that with than me and Dom? Obviously, Dom lives with me, so he's going to come on because you guys love him, and so do I. Guys, surprise, surprise. It's our most common guest back.
Back again.
Back again. It's like he lives here.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? It's like this is his room.
It's almost like we're fucking best friends.
Are we?
You can't get away from me.
Cancun.
Tulum.
Anyway, we're going to do it if it looks like a
Cowabunga.
fuckboy. What? Cowabunga?
I just kept on saying words.
All right, sweet. If it looks like a fuckboy, we're here to let you know it is. And Dom and I will give our honest opinions. Obviously, Dom's a sweet, sensitive, wholesome man.
I'm not.
And so am I. And we don't know what a fuckboy is. Anyway, so situation number 1. Also, these are situations you have submitted. Okay.
You sent in.
You sent in.
You
So
emailed them.
if you want to go to boyfriendmaterial.imanuel.com, you can submit them. Also, you've been asking for merch. It's coming, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to change your life because we're going to do it better than we've ever done it before.
And what's the fabric made out of? Boyfriend material.
Oh, yeah. That was good. Okay. Yeah, because, you know, if it's made out of boyfriend material, it's going to be great. I didn't realize you were going there. But it's going to be great. Anyway, situation number 1. This one is from, I don't know. We've been together for over 3 years, and I still don't know his phone password. Am I in a long-term relationship with a fuckboy? Wow.
Yes.
What?
100%.
Would you need that password?
Yeah, I give my password to everybody.
I don't have it.
I have nothing. What? Yeah, you do.
What is it?
Face recognition.
No. Wait, I guess after 3 years, you probably should.
After 3 years, but I'll just give it like right away. Like, what do you have to hide? You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Well, probably like, I don't know, photos with your exes?
Nah. I delete all of them afterwards.
You do?
Yeah, I delete everything. Wipe it off.
Even the
You
messages?
don't exist anymore. You're an ex for a reason.
Even the messages?
All the messages, all the photos, you're an ex for a reason.
Really?
Get away from me.
That's
Clean
smart.
slate. I don't ever want to see you again.
That's.
I dumped you, and you're gone. Goodbye.
I do that too.
No, you don't.
I just get worried. Like, all right, what if we sue each other? Like, I want to have all the messages.
What if you sue each other?
I don't know.
Dog's a lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just like to reminisce. You know, like, oh, this is really nice.
Nah, reminiscing is for the weak.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I feel like it's a fuckboy. You should have each other's phone passwords.
Especially after that long.
After that long, you should just have each other's location.
Yeah, there shouldn't be like, yeah.
Yeah. Your
Location, I don't know.
What?
I don't.
Location before phone password for sure.
Nah, because there's some times where like I might tell you that I'm leaving and I haven't left yet. I don't like you knowing that I haven't left it. You know what I'm saying?
But 3
if
years
like,
you're living together.
Yeah, but like, cause my ex used to have my location. I remember she'd be like, "Can you pick me up?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm on my way." And then she'd be like, "No, you're not. You're literally still there." And I'm like, "Fuck."
That's when you gaslight her. It's like my internet.
It's broken. There's no data.
My internet's not working properly. If you stop checking it, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Exactly.
Clearly, you don't trust me.
It's because babe, you're on the spectrum. The phone service.
Yeah.
The phone spectrum.
Okay.
The phone service is bad. Fuck.
Anyway, so fuck boy. All right, we get it. Get his phone password. You deserve it. You should figure out what's going on his phone. Next one is he's pre-law. What does pre-law mean?
He's
He loves the law. Like he's before.
Oh yeah,
he's above the law.
No, he's he's above the law. He's always just about to enter a courtroom.
Oh, he's like edging the courtroom.
Yeah,
he's like
he's
at
always
the door,
like
holding the handle.
Yeah,
I'm coming. Jaoma.
one day I'm gonna get into this courtroom.
Yeah, it's Jaoma.
Yeah,
Wait, what is that? Is that?
No, he's like your student, like you're studying at school, and you're like, I'm going to pre-law.
He's studying. Okay, so well, I guess on one hand he's good at arguing,
Yeah, good for him.
which is a good problem. I mean, bad problem. Wait, what do you think? Is that a fuckboy or not?
That he's
Pre-law?
that he's working towards a great future. I don't know.
Yeah,
that seems
fuckboy.
fine.
No, okay. Yeah, why are you not a lawyer? Didn't you
Why
just start-
why can't my dog be a lawyer?
Why didn't you just jump into the role as a lawyer? I've seen some dumb lawyers. Why don't you just skip the pre-law stuff and
Yeah,
just go straight to
fuck boy.
law?
Why are you pre-law?
Yeah,
be
fucking-
post law.
Fuck boy. Okay, not fuck boy. Whatever. Okay, we're getting sidetracked. Situation number 3. He brings up how he only dates 10s. How he only dates 10s, which is flattering because we're dating. So I see it as a compliment, but it also gives me the ick. Fuck boy.
How often is he bringing that up?
Yeah.
Just every time they have dinner, like, by the way, babe, I want you to know I only fuck 10s for real.
Yeah, I feel like, that,
Like what?
yeah, like I want dumplings. Like, why are you bringing that up?
Yeah, but like, yeah, like how often does he bring it? If you brought
Yeah.
it up once, maybe it's a compliment. If he keeps on bringing it up, it's kind of weird.
Or maybe he's like at a drive-thru at like a fast food chain. He's like, number 10, only fuck 10s.
Yeah, or he's like walking through like the grove with her, and he's like, "Don't worry, babe. Every girl I see here is a 7. Want to fuck a single one of them. I only fuck with 10s. You have nothing to be worried about. You're safe with me."
Yeah, I feel like if I was dating a girl and she's like, yeah, you know, I only hook up with famous and rich guys. I'd be like, okay, well, you need to fucking evacuate the dance floor.
Yeah.
You need to get out of my face. Like, I also don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, you got standards. Congratulations.
Yeah. I remember this one girl told me she was like, I've hooked up with so many famous people that are more famous than you, and I was like, that's fine, that's cool.
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, I was like, what show were they on?
Yeah.
And then she said like All American, and I was like, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never
No,
heard
I
of
know
it.
some guys on that show.
Do you?
You know,
Are they popping? Good looking guys?
I think All American does well.
Ah, fuck.
But like,
That's
but
right.
it's a weird flex. Like, who cares? Like, I feel like every human and their dog in LA has got some sort of a social media following.
That's the shitty part about being in LA.
That's
Is like when I'm in Toronto, I really
the
be him.
man.
I really be him for real.
Yeah.
And I come to LA, not so much.
He drinks worm piss.
Yeah, I drink the worm piss when I'm in
They're not
Toronto,
gonna
and then
get
I
that.
go south, and then I am not the Liza Nagai.
Yeah, guys. I feel like if you're seeing someone and they're talking about how they only do this or that, or they only hook up with these type of people, just get the fuck away from them. Like, get out of your head. That's a weird ego play.
Yeah,
That's egotistical.
fuck boy.
That's a fuck boy.
Fuck boy.
Go on fuck boy island. Situation number 4. He has a sleeve tattoo. Dom, you've got one.
I actually don't have a sleeve tattoo.
No, he doesn't.
I have patchwork tattoos,
Okay.
which some might say is worse. Some might.
So you're a fuck boy?
Nah, I just like tattoos. I don't understand why people are like, "Oh, he has tattoos, so he's a fuckboy." If anything, that means
Well, I've got him.
like I commit. If anything,
But you
that's a good sign of commitment.
commit to the art.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
I have no problem committing. Look at my body.
It's the opposite.
This is on me for life.
Yeah, that's true. It's the opposite. If you see a guy with tattoos, he's ready for commitment and marriage, and he wants to love you
How
forever.
many names I have tattooed on me?
How many?
A lot.
Yeah, I got
I
some
have a
matching
bunch
tattoos.
of matching tattoos.
Yeah, why did we do that?
Yeah, it was a poor mistake.
Yeah, I feel like I think I have a tattoo curse. If I get a tattoo with someone, then we just never talk again. Like, I got one on here with a girl, and another one on here with a girl, and then one on here. They all got lasered off with a bunch of girls, and I'm still friends with some of these girls, but like all these other ones,
Yeah.
never again.
Yeah, that's a curse. That's not good.
I don't know why we do
Does it
that.
hurt more to get the laser or to get the actual tattoo?
Yeah, I think it hurts a lot more to get the laser off, or get the tattoos lasered off. But I think like the ego hurts way more because you're like, okay, whoa, that failed, and it's my fault, and now I have to spend more money to get that memory off my skin. And like some of these have been lasered like 6 times, and they're not going anywhere. So now I just like look like someone just got a Sharpie and just tried to learn how to write letters on my knuckles, which is again silly. Why did I do it? I don't know. I was so drunk I was gonna get it on my neck, and that would have been terrible.
That
Thank
would have
God.
been cool. Neck tattoos are all the rage now.
You didn't have one.
Yeah. I actually don't show it because people will fucking
You want to choke?
that trend.
Oh, the
that-
trend. Yeah,
the
you got the
neck
rosy
tattoo
throat.
trend. Yeah,
Dog got the sweet throat.
yeah.
Got the rosy throat.
Your throat flourishes.
Yeah. Would you get a face
Let
tat?
your throat bloom. What?
Blooming throat.
A blooming throat.
Is that your most painful tattoo? 'Cause it
Yeah.
Nah, actually, this was not as bad. My knee was the worst. My knee was the first time my tattoo artist was like, yeah, I could tell. Like,
Really?
yeah,
You just like pain?
love it. I might be like a what is it? Macacis? Machabus?
Masochist?
A macacis.
Macabus?
Cause some
Masochist?
yeah, a masochist. That's what
Masochist.
I might be a masochist. Because sometimes I'm just like, sometimes when I can't feel anything, I just go read hate comments just to feel something. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, you don't have that?
No.
Depression.
Dom's been stabbed.
Depression.
Would you ever get a face tat?
Yeah, I've thought about it.
Cool.
But I'm waiting until maybe if I have kids. I think the only adjustable face tat would be if it was like a family member's initial, something like that. Like I don't want to get like Post Malone type shit.
Yeah.
But if I got like a daughter and her initial was like a V, getting like a little V would be kind of cute.
Yeah. The
I wouldn't
apple of your
regret
eye.
Yeah,
The VI.
that's what Dominic Fike has.
Hell yeah.
An apple.
Okay. Well, guys,
Anyways, sorry.
We're done on that segment of if it looks like a fuckboy, you probably got nothing out of that.
I don't know how we got to fucking.
I don't know where we went with that.
Yeah.
But that's what you're going to get with us. You're going to go, it's going to go left, right, and everywhere where it's not meant to go. So in the next bit is we're going to talk about your questions for us. And you love submitting them, and I love when you submit. But if you want to submit more, go to boyfriendmaterial.ionwell.com.
Org.
What? Anyway, whatever. All right. So the first question's from Nicole. She says, Harry, what's the threshold for ghosting? Like if I match with a guy and we exchange a few messages and I ghost, I don't think I owe an explanation. I've mutually ghosted so many times after a first date. When is an explanation required without overdoing it for being a dick or being a dick? What do you think? I've
spoken about this, and this might be a hot take. I think there's a time and action clause when it comes to ghosting. I believe that if you've been talking for less than 2 weeks, you can ghost. I also believe if you haven't had sex, you can ghost. I believe if there's been no physical, like sort of emotional transaction, I feel as though you can ghost. That's completely fine. Like if we've only been talking for a week and we haven't had sex or kissed or anything like that, and I just stopped talking to you, it's fine. Like get over it. It's okay.
But do you? I guess you're right. I feel like with ghosting as well, I always want to know what I did wrong, or like what is there something that came up? Is there? I don't know. Like I was messaging this girl and I was like, hey, my friend said that we would be perfect together, and she was like, oh, I really love that friend. And then I sent a voice and like, hey, how you doing? Where you from? What's your name? And then nothing. And I was like, okay, cool. And she was really incredible. And it kind of made me upset. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Was it the voice note? Was it too aggressive because I'm Australian? Or did I probably just sound like I was just like yelling because I am Australian? Yeah. I don't know. But that was my thing as well. Like, I want to know what I did wrong so that next time in a situation like that, I can do it a little bit better. But I do agree with you. I feel like if there's been fluids exchanged or it's...
fluids. Yeah. if we came together and you had a water and a Diet Coke and I had some Gatorade and we exchanged.
No, but I feel like, if it's been more than 2 weeks, definitely you should owe an explanation. But then again, if it's maybe someone that's like insufferable and you're getting the ick, it's probably a little bit more difficult because you're like, I just don't want to open up the conversation anymore. I just want to end things. Okay, next one. He's from Patty. I'm flying back to my hometown to attend a 5-year high school reunion. Actually, I think my 10-year high school reunion's this year.
No, go flex on them. Talk your shit.
Is it? Yeah, this year. I graduated at 17. Well, no one's hit me up. Yeah. Am I invited? Probably not, because I got kicked out of school. Yeah, they probably don't want me there. But then I could do a speech.
Yeah, just
flex
up.
Yeah, yo, guys.
Hey, guys.
Yo, look at me.
Y'all thought I wouldn't make it, but look at me.
Yeah.
Some might say I'm
him.
Too hot to handle.
Okay.
Some might say that me and this money be a perfect match because, you know what I'm saying, I'd be caked up and shit.
Okay, Patty, we're getting sidetracked. I'm flying back to my hometown to attend a 5-year high school reunion. Since graduating, this popular guy I had a massive crush on back in high school, and I've been DMing each other on IG. It's all very flirty. I want to hook up with him at the reunion. Do you have any suggestions on how to approach the situation? Thanks, little sausage. Okay, the little sausage is uncalled for. It's silly sausage. Little sausage makes me want to get my sausage out and show everyone that it's a good size and it's beautiful. How would you approach this?
How would I? Okay, I would just, you know what I'm saying, just go up to him. I wouldn't DM him. Just see him at the high school reunion.
Well, they're already talking.
Oh, they're already talking?
Yeah.
Oh, then fucking, you know what I'm saying, go to reunion, bust a couple dance moves, get a little drink in you, and fuck them.
What?
What?
Well, I feel like if you guys are already talking a little bit flirty, make sure he doesn't have a wife and kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, do some research.
Do some research. Make sure everything's all good.
Background checks.
But then also, if you are you just visiting town, get a hotel room. Be like, hey, see if there's a vibe there. See if they're not catfishing. See if they, haven't had a massive glow down since high school. And then just lay the moves on. Like, look, me and the girls are going out tonight. We're not. You should come over and let's hang out. I don't think you guys should hook up at the reunion. That might be a little bit too much.
Or it might be sexy.
It might be fun.
As long as you have protection.
Yeah, consensual.
Yeah.
It might take you back to those beautiful golden days in high school where you're just feeling freaky and free and promiscuous.
Exactly. Nostalgia. Dick.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia cock.
What? No. But yeah, I think, you've already laid the groundwork. Let him know. I'm only in town for a little bit. When you see him, like, hey, I'm only in town for a little bit. Let me know what you're doing tonight. Let's do something fun, or let's just hang out before I go. I feel like that's the best way to go about it.
Is that how you guys would
No.
like the girl to approach you?
Oh yeah, I feel like if I'm at my high school reunion, which it was an all boys school, so it's gonna be weird. But I would be like, yo, I'd want to approach me and be like, hey, I'm only in town for a little bit. I see you're flying in from out of town. Let me know what you're doing tonight. I would love to spend some time with you, or rekindle that flame.
Yeah, she'd probably approach me and be like, I want to fuck you. And I'd be like, who are you talking to, me?
Yeah.
What? What'd you say? You're not real. And then I'd run.
You're not real.
Dude,
Look at this water.
Yeah. You're not a real person. And I Naruto run.
Yeah. Okay, I hope that helped. Next one is from Ananya.
What?
Ananya?
Ayana, maybe?
Ayana. Hey, Harry, fellow Aussie here. My ex took my virginity and broke up with me literally 2 days later. Wow.
Damn.
What do you recommend I should do to get him out of my head? How do I get over it? I mean, he took my virginity. That's a very vulnerable time in a person's life. Oh, gosh. Virginities are different.
Virginities. That'd be that shit for.
They're different. I feel like you're always going to have a special spot in your heart for your V-taker.
Not me.
I told everyone mine.
Yeah. Oh,
Jenny.
you did?
Jenny.
Ah, shout out Jenny. Yeah, I lost mine pretty young to an older woman. This isn't about me. This is about
Ananya.
It's about Ayana.
Yeah, look, the biggest thing when it comes to virginities, it's always, and this is not going to help at all, but that you always have a special spot for that person in your heart. I just think that what you can do is try and eliminate any conversation about that person. Don't stalk their socials. Tell your friends, don't bring them up. And then just try and focus on yourself and keep moving forward with your own life, because it is always tough. You're always going to have that soft spot. You're always going to think about it, especially after that. And I remember after I lost my virginity, I was very insecure. I'm like, well, did I do the wrong thing? What's going on? Can I be better? Did I scare them off? So I'm probably sure you've probably got a lot of those questions that's going on in your head. I just think that just give yourself a little bit of grace, because it's your first time. And obviously, there's a lot of emotions and things that come with that.
That's good advice. Slash his tires.
What?
Ruin his life. Make it your life goal to just ruin him. Fuck him. Everything you could possibly do to ruin his life. Fucking why not? If it doesn't affect you in any way, fucking every chance you get, you see his car, fucking stab his tire. You know what I mean? Make his day a little bit more inconvenient.
Yeah. Next one's from Cassia. 2 questions. What kind of love and affection did you witness or experience growing up, and how do you think it influences your relationships now? And the second one is, were there any significant events or relationships in your childhood that you feel have impacted your ability to recognize or trust love? You want to take this one? There's a lot.
I could unpack this pretty quickly.
Go for it.
I know growing up in a single parent home, I think having my mom around, and I love my mom. I just think I never really saw a successful relationship in a sense growing up. So growing up, I was very overly loyal to all my relationships. I tried to make it work even if it wasn't going to work. So that's why every relationship I've had has been 4 years. I've been in 2 4-year relationships, because no matter what, I would keep on trying to make it work. And I think now I'm trying to figure out that balance of finding my own self-worth and what I deserve, but also being able to recognize that we can fix these problems without, you know what I mean? It's a tough balance because you want to make it work.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to understand that at what point are you just wasting your time? So I know that's how it's affected me.
And I think for me, I've been unpacking this a lot with my therapist. There was a lot of chaos in the household growing up. Again, I had an amazing upbringing. I love my parents. They're the best. I love my whole family. It was the best. But there was also a lot of chaos, a lot of craziness. And I think that has also kind of translated to me like later on, like with relationships. If there's not a little bit of drama or chaos, I don't feel like it's working out or there's like love there. And and that's probably not the best thing. That's what we've been working on with my therapist to kind of get through that and break that mold and understand that love can be good. Like it doesn't need to be arguments or whatever else, or it doesn't need to be like chaos and craziness and wild stuff going on. And also like what my therapist was saying, like one of my biggest things is like if there's a little broken bird and with a broken wing, I just want to sit there and fix it and try and do my best to give that person everything. And I don't know if that stemmed from childhood stuff or whatever else, but for me, it's like if I'm in a relationship, all I want to do is like serve that person and try to help them get them to the next level. And then it usually comes with a little bit of chaos, but there's probably a lot more I could say about that, but I don't want to because my therapist will get mad.
But I want to like commend, this is my dog for real. Like, I feel like when it comes to like our friendship, I do feel as though like we bring out a certain part that we were like out of each other. Yeah. Like I remember when we first met, I would always say to you like, when you tell me something or you're being vulnerable with me, it doesn't have to end with like a punchline. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to like spill your guts and all of a sudden you're like cock and balls. And it's like brother, like you can.
He does that, not me. Well, we both do it, but you always put it when Dom gets deep and serious, he puts a funny little voice on.
Yeah, that again, but we're working through that. Whatever I get forced, I'm like, brother, I am so proud of you. And I love you, and I care about you so much. Because we can't, but like we're working on it. But we recognize it. We become self-aware. But like, you are getting better at like not everything has to be so chaotic and laying shit.
Yeah, because I think as well, like my thing is like I think my parents are hilarious and they're so funny. So when they're having deep conversations and stuff, or like I'm talking about my feelings, I'm like, I should just like, this is too serious. I gotta make a joke out of it and try and make it funny. And sometimes it's not what people want.
Yeah, and it's like the opposite for me. It's like, a lot of times I'm very like quiet and like very like emotional, and like you like our friendship is like you're like fucking laugh, brother.
Yeah, have a little giggle.
Yeah, have a little gigs.
Have a little giggy lalas.
So,
okay, next one is from Emily. My boyfriend got mad because I told him my ex was bigger. Why the fuck did you say that? What the fuck, Emily? How do I fix things? And why do men care about this so much? Emily, what? Why would you? Okay, imagine this. Your boyfriend goes, my ex was tighter. How does that make you feel? Like, what? Like, okay, that's not one thing that any guy wants to hear at all, whatsoever. I don't think, like, that's a good thing at all. I'm going to expose, I was in this relationship one time. Maybe it was close. Maybe it was a long time ago. She's like, yeah, my ex was a basketball player. I'm sitting there like, cool. Let's go fuck myself. You got a 7-foot athlete, probably with a monster cock. Like, what are you doing here? Like, it puts in like so many like seeds of doubt in your brain and whatever else. And I think it just like stems a little bit like insecurity. Like, what? I can't change anything. Like, I can, like, I don't know what else I can do. I think that, I don't know why you'd ever bring that up. Why would you?
Yeah, I don't know what was the context and why you would ever be like, have to tell them that your ex was bigger.
Yeah,
I don't know. Wait, what? Why? Conversation?
Why did you say that? Like, why do you need to do? Like, what? There's no conversation on the planet that you need to bring that up to your boyfriend,
or even just say like, no, yours is the perfect size. Like, we all know what that means. We all know when a woman says, no, but yours is like the perfect size. We all know that means like you're not like packing. Yeah, and that's fine.
It's just there.
Lie to me. I'll take the lies, but don't straight up be like, little dick boy, like.
Little dick boy. Okay, how do we fix it? What do you think? Yeah, wait, you be the girlfriend.
Okay.
And you try and fix it with me. Hey babe, last night what you said really like upset me.
Babe, I just thought your cock is too big, and I just wanted to humble you a little bit. Because you were just walking around with this third leg all around the house. and it was making me uncomfortable, and
But
I
you
had to
said
humble
my
you.
ex was bigger.
Well, obviously, I meant bigger in a sense of like longer, but yours is just so fucking girthy. And it's honestly the neighbors downstairs, they're getting upset because they're like, what is this? Are you guys dragging around a treasure case all the time? And I'm like, no, it's my boyfriend's cock. And and I just wanted to humble you a little bit because I'm just tired of hearing and feeling how big your cock is.
Okay, I'm gonna give some real advice. I feel like that's not where I wanted that to go.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how you fix that.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel. Look, okay, here's the thing. I think it's a tough thing to bounce back from. It's always gonna have those seeds of doubt, insecurity, whatever else. I just think that you should be like, look, I'm deeply sorry I said that. It wasn't the right thing to say whatsoever. I love and care for you. That's why we're together. I don't want to lose you. I want to stay with you forever. Penis size or not, you're still better in the bedroom, even if you want to lie about that. Just, you have to kind of build it back because there's, next time you have sex, he's going to be like, oh no, I'm going to hide it from you. Just be like, I'm with you for a reason and I love everything about you. I love every inch of you. Yeah? Does that make you feel better? I'd still be upset about it, but anyway. Okay. Next one is from Joe. I got so drunk on my birthday and accidentally pissed on the floor of the casino. I was wearing a dress. Joe, me and you do the same shit. And I scared away these two guys. Good Lord, how do I recover from this? Joe, why the fuck are you pissing on the floor? Like, I get it. I get a little bit drunk. I piss the bed. I've been there. Why did you just whip open your dress and piss on the casino floor? Guys, what is going on with you guys?
Also, why the add-in? I was wearing a dress.
Well, I guess she wanted us to know that she wasn't like pissing her pants.
No, just a nice little fucking spreading stream.
What?
Yeah, a little spreading stream.
Joe, I think you don't recover from this. I just think you never talk to those guys again and just
Yeah.
hope they don't tell anyone. Why the fuck would you piss on the floor in a casino? Like, why don't you just walk to the toilet or like?
Need more details.
Yeah, we need way more details, Joe. Please give us more details on that.
Yeah, give us an update.
And with the guys, like, what's going on with them? Do you know them? Are you dating them? What's happening? I don't know how we can't help you with that. I got no advice on that. I just don't know how you recover from this. Next one's from Sineady. Sineady?
I think it's Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy.
What?
It's a crazy way of just.
That is not Kennedy.
Hi, Harry. Is having to remind a man to brush his teeth every morning and night a red flag? I call him out on it, and then he proceeds to say he forgot. Like, I get if you forget a couple times, but every damn time. Kennedy, Dom's having a laugh attack.
I just can't imagine a grown ass man.
Yeah.
I forgot to brush my teeth. Fuck.
Grown ass man with stinky breath. How do you forget to brush your teeth? I brush my teeth 5 times a day.
Yeah. How often is he forgetting?
Yeah.
What do you mean you have to keep on reminding your man to brush his teeth?
That's weird. I just think I would tell him. I'd give an ultimatum. Brother, if you don't fucking clean your teeth every day, this punani's out of this house.
Dump him.
Dump him.
That is
Literally
that's
the easiest
crazy.
hygiene. The easiest hygiene on the planet. All you got to do is clean your teeth. Have a shower. Like,
you know how many times I've babysat like my niece and nephew, and I don't have to tell them to brush their teeth. They're like, yeah, I know. That's just part of
do it.
That's just part of life.
Growing up.
Yeah, it's part of life. Oh, I'm going to bed. Gotta brush my teeth, uncle. I'm like,
Unky
big
Lala.
facts.
Yeah, I would honestly dump them.
Yeah.
If I was seeing someone and they had a stinky breath, I would. Just
Also, morning and night. Like, what do you mean, like morning and
you go
night?
a whole day
like
with
daily,
eating food?
like daily morning and night. Every.
Like, you eat a whole day's full of food and you don't clean your teeth, and then the next morning you're like, still not gonna clean my teeth. What the fuck? Where are you finding these people? I'll buy him a toothbrush. Fuck it. Okay, next one, and the final one from Tommy. What do you think of milkmaid dress trend? Why do you guys like it? Wow, I like milkmaids. I like a little summer frock.
What? A frock? What's a frock?
What's
a milkmaid dress?
Well, there.
It's like a sun.
Yeah.
It's like a sundress, but
little sundress.
a little milky.
Gathering around the boobs.
Yeah, I think they're beautiful. Beautiful, whatever. I just think that like wearing a little dress like that is like, I don't know, like cute and like sexy. Like, I'd rather you wear that than like, I don't know, like gym clothes or like baggy pants or like my t-shirt. Like, this is like fun. I feel like we're gonna go and have a picnic and frolic around in the dandelions.
Yeah, let's frolic. Hold hands. I'm waiting until the trends get to like pilgrim status. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting for. I want to know what when trends like bring that shit back. The pilgrim vibes.
Do you like milkmaid dresses?
Yeah, I mean it just looks like
A dress.
like a dress.
Well,
I mean I like the one on the left. I don't know.
Would you wear this?
Yeah, I'd slay in that shit for real.
You would. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us for another chaotic episode of Boyfriend Material. If you did enjoy today's episode, make sure you rate us 5 stars. You know Dom, you know where to find him. If there's anything else you want to plug? No. Okay.
Sex consensually? Yes.
Yes.
Not consensually? No.
But anyway, we'll see you next week. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. More guests are coming up. More craziness is coming up. So make sure you subscribe. We love you. See you.